Well, hello everybody. Well, I hope you've all had a good week. Let me pose this one to you. What did the woman say when she walked into a door? She went, ow! I have here a lovely lump on my lip. So didn't concentrate, let the door swing straight back at me. But the only thing that will cure that is a couple of coffees for Lucy. But we won't go into that just at this moment. But it's week 13. Unlucky for some, terribly lucky for us. It's my favourite number. So, without further ado, where's the young lady that makes all of this magic happen? Here she is, Lucy. Big hand for Lucy.
She's enjoying that more each week, isn't she?
Well, maybe not the walking into the door, darling.
No, I don't. I do not advocate walking into any doors. So, hello, my little box watchers. It's week 13. Oh, God. Unlucky for some, although I've famously had quite good things happen to me on days that have 13 on them. So, I'm not going to complain. Let me just put this up here because I am dedicating this week to local pubs that are doing it properly. So, oh, hello, Biff. Come on, where's Joe? Chop, chop. So, hello, my little box watchers. It is week 13, and I need you to share again, because sharing is caring.
Oh, sorry, darling. Got carried away then. Would you like it in this lovely globe glass?
Oh, what's this? A globe glass? Yes, I would. I am having an. I'm just going to let my mum finish making noise.
There you are, darling.
1 second. Let me open the tonic. Yes. So, how have you been? Let me know. Put in the comments how you've been. It has been a stressful day today. Very stressful. Go, go, go. But we're here. It's 9 p.m. It's getting dark. It's time for the Lucy Show. So, let me get my show notes, because don't forget, this isn't made up, you know. So, please post your questions if you've got any questions for Ask Lucy later. I've got quite a few good ones, but let me try that. Look, just see if it just takes the enamel off my teeth. It's a little unstrong. Maybe just a soupçon. Soupçon. Don't know what she's trying to get me. I think she's trying to get me drunk, guys. That's enough. Thank you very much. Yes, brilliant. Right.
Before you start.
Oh. Before I start, yeah. So if you're playing the drinking game, every time my mother speaks, take a shot. There we go. Perfect. So, how have you been? Where's that music intro from? I went onto YouTube and I typed copyright free music because I'm not getting done. Because Facebook will mute your video if they recognize the music through their magical algorithms. So I know one friend who did a guess the intros round on his Facebook show, and they just muted the whole thing. So yes, every week I play that intro because it's free. I haven't got a clue who it's by because it's just called copyright free music. Oh, look, we've got the third member of the team. Hello, brother. Yes.
Hello, baby boy.
Hello, baby boy. Wait till she reads his message. Cheeky little fucker.
I haven't got my glasses.
Also, for some reason, on the stream that Mum's watching.
Oh my God. I got them.
Right. On the stream that Mum's watching, it's got closed caption on, and I don't know how to turn it off. So she's, please, if you've got closed caption on, I do apologise if it changes any of the words that I'm meant to be doing into crazy words. I don't know, like changing life to knife. I don't know. I've done, when you do that thing where you get the phone to dictate your messages.
It's doing that for you now. It didn't do it earlier on. What's the matter with it?
Yes, and just like with the stream delay, Mum's just realised that's what I've said.
That I was reading.
Right, so let's start with the usual. So I'll catch up and tell you about my day. Oh, look, our postie with the mostie. He's been on.
Oh,
Hiya, Max.
Hi, Max.
Right, okay, everybody, you should be pressing share right now. How's that look? Oh, that doesn't look very good. I can't, correct, because it changes your screen. It changes your screen back to front. This is worse than someone putting your makeup on when they've got their arms underneath you. Yes. So how has your week been? We had summer today. It was a bit warm. We have also had.
Can you tell Simon the rabbit has a hair?
Right. 1 second. Who's this?
Simon Emmanuel.
Oh my God, not the winner of the Welsh Unsigned Comedy Award, Simon Emmanuel. That rabbit looks sinister. Yes, my mother likes to point out it's a hare, not a rabbit. I think it looks like a rabbit. But yes, Simon, I'd also like to thank you for inspiring my brother to take part in all of my comedy shows. Simon Emmanuel, for those of you that don't know, is a comedy superstar, but he's also one of the members of the Joke Pit Comedy Force a Crowd panel show every Thursday at 9 p.m. 2 more episodes left. And for the last 3 weeks, I've been on Simon's team. And when we get to the TV and radio section, it's mentioned heavily. Don't worry. Promotion. Right. So first of all, let's get on with it. Joe Wicks update. Still haven't got any kids. Still don't get up at 9 a.m. Fuck you. But I've started getting obsessed with Joe Wicks. So I've actually started looking into him. What was a comedy joke has now turned into a regular section. And guys, are you ready? If you do have kids and you're not sending them back to the Petri dishes that are our school system, during a chat on Tuesday's Good Morning Britain, an exhausted Joe told Ben Shepherd and Kate Garraway that he needs a break to re-energise. He said, and I quote, well, 18 weeks in, 18 solid weeks with no breaks, and I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it, Joe explained on the ITV show. Exercise your own fucking kids. I think I might have paraphrased that last bit. But July the 22nd is the last workout. So you're going to have to either do something with your own kids or just convince them that it's a rerun. I mean, terrestrial TV is reruns.
Why not just let them out?
Just let them out. I mean, there is still a global pandemic going on.
They can play in the garden.
But if you remember last week, remember when I said about the ceiling falling through because the kids were doing star jumps upstairs? You know. Or what you can do is you just change all the clocks in the house and put tint on the windows and get a lie-in. Tell the kids that, 9 a.m. is actually like 1 p.m. But the worrying thing is he's been on the Louis Theroux podcast. And quite frankly, if you've been on the Louis Theroux podcast, bad things happen to you. I mean, famously, he interviewed that Tiger King and Jimmy Savile. I'll leave that there. So now on to my comedy wife's favourite section, Village Update. It's why you all tune in. It's people that don't live in a village get to finally enjoy the ins and outs of living in a sleepy little village. It really is like living in Midsummer Murder without the police presence. Right. I prefer to send my kids back to Bread and Louise. What is that? You have to explain that. Do you see?
It's a place in, is it Spain or something?
Yeah. Why do you send your kids there and why do you not go with them? I'll send my kids to Butlins and I'll go to the Algarve. So, right. You know how I've been causing trouble on the local forums by asking people to wear masks, and the delightful little bastards have been telling me I can't tell them what to do. Well, guess what? The government can. So from, I think it's the 26th of July, you've got that long to buy a mask. And then when you go into a shop, put a mask on. Stop breathing over people. I can't wait. All the people that have been kicking off whenever I've asked them to wear a mask, it's now the law. And you can get fined 100 quid. So I can tell you what to do, even if I'm not your real mum. Now, this is the biggest village update. Now, I'm going to be quite fancy now, and I'm going to try and up my game. So, here's a little video. Here I am, roving reporter. I've just ordered my drink. There's only 3 of us out here, and I'm nowhere near each other, and there's hand sanitizer everywhere. And it's not too cold, and they're doing their best. I went to the pub. I went to the village pub. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was brilliant. I mean, I spoke to two guys who were about 4 meters away from me. So, you know, you're always worried about people shouting in pubs, but no, that's how you communicate politely. And God bless them. So here's video number 2. Hello, Lucy Show fans. This is the ultimate village update from your roving reporter at our local pub. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just thank you so much. If you can support your local pub, and they have taken social distancing and their sanitation and everything as serious as this pub has. They've got outdoor toilets, so you don't have to go inside. The tables are all really like spaced apart. They've got sanitation and cleaning. They've taken over like bits of the car park. They've done everything they can to keep us safe, and they're still doing their takeaway meals for locals that don't feel ready. What more can you do? Not all heroes wear capes. How amazing is that? So I went to the pub and I sat on the furthest table, and the first thing that Aaron, the landlord, said to me was, "Hiya, Lucy. Usual? You had me a hiya." Everybody I spoke to about the pubs, when it was like that Super Saturday, nobody went out. The idea of loads of people being inside the pubs and queuing outside, everyone decided not to. It was amazing. It was just amazing. I cannot explain to you how happy I am. Put in the comments if you ventured out to a pub and you know what to do. I did have my mask on to begin with, but I could see that I was sat outside and I didn't have to in that bit. I don't know whether or not they're going to make it that you have to wear your mask when you're inside the pubs. I know that you can. My friend Alex Whiteley from my weekly bazaar show, he said the first thing he did when he put his mask on was he tried to drink through it.
That's very clever. Well, obviously scientific.
And the answer is no, you can't. But it's a case of, here's one last video, it's a minute long. So one way in, one way out. Yes. I'm going inside. Look at the big space. Oh, wow. Look at that. Guards up. Oh my God, this is brilliant. Look, partitions. Oh my God, what they've done with the place is amazing. Oh, you can't beat a local pub. You will not destroy local pubs. Well done, everybody at the Globe. This is brilliant. Cheers. What more can you say? And if the Globe would like to sponsor the show, I do accept money and drinks. But like, you could buy me a coffee if you wanted to. It's just there. Buy me a coffee and I can go to the Globe and buy a pint. So that was my big update. Now, breaking report in Willand, there has been a theft. There was a guy unloading his van and he potted into his shed for 20 minutes. And in that 20 minutes, they took 2 hedge trimmers and a chainsaw worth £1,000. Dirty little bastards.
Well, 20 minutes is too long.
Now in Columpton, somebody has complained that there is someone learning the guitar, which is not the complaint. Apparently in the evening, it was practically enjoyable. But he started again at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Now, I didn't know people that played guitars could get up that early. Not unless they're wandering minstrels. But 8 a.m., what's it going to be? Oasis?
Oh, no. Nobody should be
Nobody should
subjected
listen to Oasis at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, hello, Linda Sullivan.
Oh, hang on. Right, 1 second.
My bestest, all-time friend.
Been to several. Drinking in public is fun. We wore masks. Ah, thank you, Spider. That's amazing. And yes, it is. They have gone over top.
Your Auntie Linda's on.
Sean, ex-resident of Sanford Peveril. I missed that place. It looked like the Globe. It was the Globe. And Auntie Linda, you're watching as well. I can't see your message yet, but I'm sure it'll come up soon and I will post it. I don't know how long it takes to go up and down. Right, so Olivia update. Our cat, whose nickname is the Criminal, has been going out and staying out. The first night she came back in at 11:15 p.m. and the next night was at 10:30 p.m. So what we've decided to do, hey up, John. Nice to see you again, becoming a regular. Always good. And there's Auntie Linda. Brilliant. Mwah. Hi, Auntie Lind. So I love it's a family show. I've got my Forza Crowd family. I've got my Sanford Peveril family. I've got my Trucker family. I've got some of my Drop family.
And some of your proper family.
Oh, yeah, and Noel. Right, so so we've had to make a curfew now at 7:30. Now, for those of you that watched my little village update today, we have had Noel, stop being a sarcastic little fuckwit. Honestly, not funny. This is funny. You're not funny. Yes, we've had three mice brought into this house today. One under the sofa, one under there, and one in the cloakroom. They're quick. The cats, that is, with the mice. To be honest, the only way we know if there's a mouse in the house, if you can hear this. Because they always take it into the hallway to play with it when it's dead. Them's the ways of the countryside. I went to the canal, and Victoria and Albert are resident swans, and they're 8 little babies, the cygnets. There are still 8 of them, and they're just getting white feathers.
Oh. I bet they've grown though.
And before long, they will look just as vicious as all the other swans. So elegant, but so vicious. Sounds like a Cardiff girl. And you know, I always like to know what Facebook thinks I should buy. I haven't shown them this, so it should be interesting. This was this week's suggestion from Facebook. From my algorithms, they think I should buy these. Banners, take that off. They're little covers you put on seats, on the legs of seats.
What the hell for?
To stop them marking the floor.
Okay, on wooden floors.
I know, but the thing is, isn't putting woolen covers on anything just going to make them go, wee? I find it quite... Then I'll find a mouse under my bed. Who's saying fuck up, Noel? I don't know who Shane Owens is. Am I related to you? It could be. Right, so let's get rid of the cat covers. So yes, so the thing with the cat covers is I get adverts for pregnancy tests due to the fact I'm 39, TikTok according to Facebook. I had that play a game with your pelvic floor, which is the creepiest thing I've ever seen. And now they think that seeing as I haven't had kids, the only thing I want to buy is little cat feet covers for my seats. Thanks, Facebook. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of bits and pieces on sale still on the Sanford site, but nothing of any worth. Nothing as good as the pastry brushes or the car engines. So which moves us on to now. Hopefully, shoe of the week is in the room.
It is
Right. Shoe of the week, shoe of the week, shoe. Now, I don't know what this is. This is a surprise for me because I've run out of shoes. It's week 13. I'm not that kind of girl. I've got 6 pairs of work boots.
Right. Don't put the box on the table.
Right. Oh, that means they're brand new. If I can't put the box on the table, okay.
I haven't worn them. I don't think I've tried them on yet.
My mother likes to buy shoes that don't necessarily get worn.
For 6 months. I will wear them at some point.
All right, Jimmy. Jimmy Nail.
And look, they've still got their little covers on the...
Oh, the tassels have got covers on them because nobody wants a pre-fluffed tassel. Wow. Gold crocodile shoes. And they haven't been worn yet. Now, these are the lowest heel my mother will consider. Usually, they're the ones that you come with a free bunion expert. I'm not into shoes. I'm into that smell.
leather.
I mean, there is a gentleman that keeps asking me about my feet, but I don't think it's the same sensation. Wow. They're lovely. Wow. Okay. So this is it now. Show of the week. Joe Wicks is fucking off. We're going to have to get a new section for him. We're running. Spider, when we go shopping around here, we go to a local farm shop. We're more rural than Nebraska around here. Oh, I think Wisconsin's quite similar. So that's that. Because when I showed you my baby shoes, they hadn't been walked in because Mum bought me shoes before I could walk. And then I showed you another pair of shoes my mother bought me that were too tall to walk in. Why would you buy shoes that are too tall to walk in?
Because they look pretty.
I know, but you have to get somewhere to put them on. You can't just walk around barefoot and get them out of your handbag. Oh, no, she does. Right. So for my stuff from my room section, okay. So last week we had one of Noel's toys, didn't we? Right, this little purse, very tiny. Can I get it on still? Yeah, little purse. This was from my little pre-prep school. We didn't have any pockets. We just had our lunch money in one of these. And I went to a school called Howell School in Llandaff. And it's quite diddy, but this all the way across me. So yes, I do have some quite cute memories in my room. I really enjoyed going to school. It was quite in primary school. Sorry, make the correction. It was quite a lovely little school because it was sort of unicorns and rainbows. They didn't let anything like reality or the news or the world get to us. It really was perfect, and it was all girls, so it was even more perfect because you boys smell. And you're not very nice sometimes, but yes, that was my little school purse. I really enjoy. Oh, I really cute that is. Right, so moving on to the birthday section. Birthday section. Right, last week it was my friend Dale Simmons' birthday from 1223 Air Cadets, and I forgot to show a picture of him. So I don't know if the light's not too bad. There you go. That is a picture of us when we were 15. That's us when we were 15. It's a bit glossy. See if I can get there. Okay, there you go. And that was us in Air Cadets, looking like smug little buckers. It is, isn't it? Considering that I'm quite a tomboy, it's quite nice that I do actually have some cute little memories of my life. And yes, so we were in Air Cadets, and that was us in our camo. And I don't know if you picked up, a lot of people here in Britain will pick up the fact that I was wearing a sweater shop sweater. So I would have picked it because it was camo green, and I would have been waiting to take my camo jacket off so I could be like, check out my sweater shop jumper. Because why not let people know that you buy your sweater shops from a shop that sells sweater. Sweater shop sweaters were like the coolest thing. Do you know what I mean though? Simon Emanuel, if you're still watching, sweater shop. I mean, that is mint, mate. That was safe. Put that up there. Right there next to Granny Silverbox. There we go. Perfect. Right, which moves on to the birthday section. So yes, the ultimate comedy fan and comedian Ray Turner celebrated his birthday this week, and Ray is a big fan of The Kitchen Sink and The Lucy Show and Forza Crowd. He's an absolute legend, and he turns up to every online gig that he can possibly support, and that is what you want. And he's a comedian, and he's really funny, and he's lovely. Dario Durham, who's going to be our guest next week on Big World Small Talk, and he's due to come on the kitchen sink, and he'll be at the Joke in the Rough as Black Lives Matter comedy night headlining as well, which is coming up very soon. So I'll put all the details on that as well. Carmela Anderson, comedian from Omaha, amazing woman. It was her birthday yesterday. British comedy gold, Stuart Goldsmith had his birthday as well, and you should tune into his Infinite Sofa drinking game. Boom and shot. She's on it tonight.
It must be the bump on the lip.
Must be the bump on the lip. Her comedy timing is getting brilliant. So maybe I need to hurt her more for it to be funny. I never said that. Is that matricide? Or is that where you throw a mattress in a skip? I don't know.
I don't know.
So Stuart Goldsmith, great comedian. His Infinite Sofa is on Twitch TV, and it's Mondays and Thursdays, and it's brilliant. He has great guests on. And Philip Little, who is a comedy fan, and he was the first person to ever buy me a coffee when I put my page up. So he will always be one of my favorite fans ever. Oh, what was that? My coffee details. If you've enjoyed the show, help me support my StreamYard addiction. Thank you. Yes, which moves us on to TV and radio. Oh, well, we're still watching that Professional Bake Off, okay? And it is getting ridiculous. So they have picked the best chefs, pastry chefs, dessert chefs, sugar craft chefs from the best cruise lines, from the best places. There's one just down by Cathedral Road as well.
Coco
Rico. And they say, right, I want you to make an almond tart, or I want you to make some lollipops, or I want you to make a tart big enough for 24 people. And these guys, they spend they like to do a bit before, on an hour before the night before, and then they can have 4 hours on the day. And they are, there's no fun in it. They're stressing out. Their life's on the line, and they present these amazing things. And then the male and the female presenter, they sort of get a fork, and they'll take the smallest bite, and they go, I didn't enjoy this. And just hold eye contact. And to see these absolute legends crumble, I think once they've said, you did really well there. I don't know why people put themselves up for it. There is no reason for you to get anything good on that. Let me know if you've seen Professional Bake Off. All right, I'm still watching Rory and Nunn. As long as you just overlook the fact they're quite proud of the Crusades, which really no one should be proud of. But it's set in Spain, and it's a young girl who dies and then gets brought back to life by having Gabriel's halo stuck in the back of her shoulder blades. You know, like you do when you're on holiday in Spain. Then, of course, you've got Brooklyn 99. Still loving Brooklyn 99. 99! And because of the kitchen sink that I do with Sarah Bridgman on Thursdays at 6 p.m, we started reviewing shows. So I watched the Jim Jeffries Intolerance special on Netflix. Yeah, very much, Aaron. It's ridiculous. You do your best and then you just get this back. You know, these guys have got like 30, 40 years between them. And they're just, they take one night bite full and they go, this is dry. No, this isn't even a tart. But yes, because of the, we are doing, there's my bro. Nice one, bruv. Because we're doing reviews, we did the Jim Jeffries Intolerant. Yes, it's funny. Ish. It's funny punctuated by, it's no gun control. It is no gun control. It is funny. And he's got his hair done like Stuart Goldsmith. It's good, but you can't take your eyes off it. It's like he's had plugs. And then because of that, I hope Sarah's not watching because I'm going to tell you about when we're reviewing for next week. And it's a 1970s TV series from America called Rhoda. And it is brilliant. It's the spin-off from the Mary Whitehouse.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. So what I didn't realize is the sister in Rhoda is stunning. She's beautiful, and she wins you over with her lines. And she's got this amazing voice, and it's like her name is Julie Kavanagh, and she's famously been described as having honey-coated gravel as a voice. And I looked her up. She's doing it right for herself, guys. She's Marge Simpson.
Oh.
In fact, she plays all of the Bouviers. She plays Mrs. Mum Simpson and Patty and what's Marge's twin sisters called? Latrice? No, I don't know. But yeah, she plays all the Simpson women. So she's rolling in the money.
Sometimes it's better to be not seen but heard.
Yes, exactly. It's she's let's just say she's not crying herself to sleep in a bed sit. She is doing pretty good. So next thing, we went on the iPlayer and we watched The Kemps, All True.
Oh, that was amazing.
Right, so it's thanks, Phil. Selma. Yeah. So if you get a chance to watch Rhoda, it is amazing. Oh, look, here's Jason Spitzbergen. Selma. I love that. I ask many questions. No one gets back in touch. I do a Simpsons quiz. There we go. Hang on, here's Spides. So let me see. So we've got 2 Americans and a Bristol boy. Right. Okay. So The Kemps. It's a spoof. Now, I don't know if any of you saw the Matt and Luke Goss documentary that was on the iPlayer, which was following them around before they got back together and they did a tour. Well, this is like that, but it's
far more enjoyable.
It's a mockumentary, and it is hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I don't want to ruin it, but it's all true. Now, which one's the fit one? Martin. Martin's still fit. Gary
aged. Hasn't aged well.
Although I do like his cardigans.
Oh.
I like a nice thick knit cardigan. And then also we have got, I'm going to recommend, we saw on Saturday at 8 p.m. we watched the Ignacio Lopez pub quiz that he does on his Ignacio Lopez. And Ignacio is Ignacio. Ignacio Lopez at 8 p.m. he does a pub quiz, and it is funny.
But it is a pub
It's a pub quiz. Now, I've watched a couple of pub quizzes, like Evo Graham does one where there's about 3 players. And there was one good week when it was Tim Kay, John Robbins, and Roisin Conaty. He gets really big names, but people are being too funny over each other, and you get a bit... Ignacio actually just does a pub quiz, and it is really enjoyable. And it reminds you of going to, so instead of trying to do a comedy pub quiz where you're laughing at the comedians answering the question, you actually sit there going, I don't know who's got the most franchises. Is it Fast and the Furious or the Police Academy? I don't know. Oh my God. Is it open? If I'll give a massive shout out. Hi from the club. Yes. Rackenford Club's open as well. Oh, that is amazing. Debbie is the person who bedazzled this frame. I'm always going to mention Wild Things. Support your local suppliers. They've got a Facebook page as well. Right. Okay. So, yes. And also, you've got to watch The Kitchen Sink on Thursday, because we've got Shani Thomas, who is an amazing female comedian from Wales. And it's amazing because it's SIA and then it's got the little hat. And it accepts it for a Facebook page. But I've been trying to do the Facebook events. Facebook will not accept the accent. Doesn't matter how you say it. So, and then, of course, Thursday at 9. Hell yeah, we're open. Brilliant. Well, the Rackenford Club, if you come off Junction 5, if you come off the M5 at Junction 27 at Tiverton, head towards Barnstable, but don't go that far. You never want to go that far. And it's go past the sort of last roundabout of Tiverton, keep going, and you'll see 2 or 3 3 signs to Rackenford, and we've got nice signs. You can't miss it. And in this weather, especially in the darkness, you'll see the 3 lights, like the 3 stars of heaven, guiding you towards the club. And you can go there and have a proper pint. Tony, Fast and Furious by one movie. Is it me, or should I just do a quiz round? I think when we run out of shoes and Joe Wicks finally stops entertaining me, I'm going to have to do a quiz round, because I've never had this kind of audience interaction. And yes, I thought it was Police Academy. Turns out it's Fast and Furious. So that means that there was only 6 Police Academy then. Okay, because I think Fast and Furious is on 7. I don't know.
I thought it was on 25.
25. They're still fast and they're bloody crazy. But of course, I'll plug the club. There we go. So we've got, it's what every girl is waiting for. It's the lovely Truck Stop Review. Hello. My favourite part of the show is the Truck Stop Review. So we're going to stay in the UK this one. Okay, so I have gotten really fancy with my tech this week. So this week's nominated truck stop for the review is Formula One Truck Stop. Let me take my brand off that. Take that off. And yes, it is. Hang on. When Americans are allowed to leave the country, I'm coming over to drink. Spider, I can take you to some proper places. Oh, I'd love you to see Rackenford Club, and I'd love to see the Globe. It's amazing. But this week's Formula One service, Formula One services in Ellesmere Port, and it is just between Runcorn and Chester, off the M56. Winners of Truck Stop of the Year 2018, obviously. It's good because it's Snap, which means you haven't got to wait for the bosses to give you the money back. You can just use your Snap account. And it's Key Fuels as well. Now, can you see in the middle of this, where it says take a tour, just there? That's the security. And you walk in from where I'm sat looking at this picture. Yeah. So that's that. And then it's pretty lovely. It's got full of facilities. All right. So you can see it's just off the M56. There. Take that off.
Oh my God, Lucy, the auto print thing doesn't like what you're saying. So Ellesmere Port came up as Ellis Airport.
Oh, okay. Because my mother's watching this with closed captions. It's come up where Ellesmere Port comes up as Ellis Airport, which I can imagine is what Cardiff will eventually be named, the Ellis James Airport. Winner of Best Welsh Language Podcast this week. So yes, the Formula One services, it is brilliant. And if it's shut, you can still get your Just Eat delivery to the car park, because I've had it. And it's one of those places where they actually trust you to have the TV remote on the table. Now, most truck stops, if the TV remote's left on the table, it will get stolen. So when I've been on there on my own, I've been able to go onto ITV and watch Lewis instead of fucking sport. But I've got a problem with them is, so you park outside because there's overflow parking. You walk into the cafe, you order your food, you have a cup of tea, you sit down, you think, oh, I need to use the loo. So you walk around and you follow the signs to the ladies' toilet, and you go to open the door and it's locked. So you walk all the way over to security, you ask for the key, you walk all the way back to the loo, you use the loo, then you've got to go back to security to give the key, and then you can go back to the cafe to enjoy your food. Put a fucking key code on there. The argument is the men like to use the smoking area and the ladies' toilets next to the smoking area, and men can't be trusted not to shit everywhere. So because of that, when it rains, it takes me 15 minutes to use the loo. Not on. I absolutely hate having to ask permission to go to the toilet because I'm 39. I've been on a ferry and I've had to give my truck keys in just to use the toilet because men like to use the ladies' toilet. So we get punished instead of them just saying to men, stop using our toilets. So instead of educating men, women have to work around them. Arseholes. Let me see. Formula One inside info. I have no idea what you're on about. I chose it randomly. True story, Andy. We'll talk about that later. Right. Okay. So, it's time for the next section. Ask Lucy. Da, da, da. Ask Lucy. So, if you have any questions for Ask Lucy, booming shot. If you're doing the drinking game tonight, I hope you're absolutely legless. Right, okay. So my first question somebody has asked me is, what is your favorite beauty tip? Don't wear makeup. No, I'm not saying I don't wear makeup. I'm saying the beauty tip is don't wear makeup. If you yeah, you do, boys. You do. And also, if you could suck yourselves, you wouldn't leave the house. So, bit of smut. If you want to kill your skin, put foundation on every day and put horrible chemicals inside the pores and use perfumed and cheap moisturizer. You do realize putting chemicals on your face means your face doesn't like it. Guess what, guys? I don't wear makeup. And that's why I'm 39 and I look 38. No, my family, we just got amazing genes. And I'm not even saying we buy Gap. Right, my next question I've been sent in is, can you cook? And what is your favorite meal to cook?
Oh, you can cook.
I can cook. My favorite, in fact, this is similar to a question I saw on somebody else's Facebook, is if you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, one same meal for the rest of your life. Oh, look, Canada's come in. There we go. Hello, Luke. Canada's in the house. Hey. I would choose slow cooked belly pork with a 4 cheese and mushroom risotto. You wouldn't have to live very long because your cholesterol would be fucking sky high. I made that meal just the other night. Okay. When I say the other night, I started cooking it at 2 p.m. My mum comes home and people think you're older than me. Yeah, that's because you're a massive child. And I always talk about you like you're my baby brother and I raised you since you were 5. So, so mum says, oh, this is a lovely meal, Lucy. I could eat this every day. And I went, yeah, especially when someone else fucking cooks it for you.
Well, that's the joy, isn't it?
Because you can't slow roast the vegetables at the same temperature you're doing the pork. It just wouldn't work. So you've got to roast the vegetables, take them off, then you put that in for 3 hours. By then you can start the risotto. And if I read one more recipe for a risotto that says it takes 30 minutes, I'm going to shoot Jamie Oliver. 45 to an hour. That's how long a risotto takes if you want the rice to be proper. My favorite meal to be cooked is anything. I just like anyone cooking for me. My favorite meal is somebody else cooking for me. And that means coming in and you've made me a cheese on toast, or even a sandwich is made with love. And it means I don't have to cook it. I mean, it's true, isn't it? When you've got to cook all the time, anything someone else cooks you, except for fish or sweet corn, disgust me. I've been asked what's my favorite horror film. And it's Pretty Woman, when they don't let us shop. Sorry, it's an old joke. I did not write that joke.
Well, anybody who knows us knows we don't watch
like horror films.
We like to sleep at night.
I get depressed watching EastEnders.
That's why we don't watch
That's why we don't watch EastEnders. But yes, I don't need to watch that. For those of you that are listening about when Mum and I went out to chase the police cat helicopter, we clearly don't watch horror films because we walked into the lead roles there. Oh, I wonder what the police are doing. At no point did we think probably near criminals don't go out. We were like in our pajamas, not slippers. Ooh, and then realized this could be really wrong. So we ran back in. I've been asked what's my guilty pleasure. Don't have one. Lack of guilt, no wrinkles. See? You can't have a pleasure that's guilty unless it's against the law. Like if stealing diamonds is your pleasure, then you are guilty.
Well, I think wearing diamonds.
But wearing diamonds is not guilty. Yeah, I enjoy everything. have no shame. Life's too short for regrets. You know, if you like watching cheesy movies or listening to, you know, teen pop music, do it. You're in charge of your own life. Why are you asking for permission of society? Fuck them. They fuck you easily. I'm like a fucking oracle. Children, ask me your questions and I shall tell you the way. Oh, maybe I can go up the globe, do a walk round, and that could be my thing. Each week I do a walk round local pubs because I need a fucking excuse. Favorite childhood holiday would have to be going to Portugal with my mum, her first husband, and my brother. And we had a little villa, and we had a pool, and there was no music in the house whatsoever except for 7 Max Boyce LPs. And there's only so many times you can listen to Oggy.
We had a car.
We had the car. And Noel had his Nirvana CDs with him. So we just now, if I hear Nirvana, I'm 6-7 and I can hear, that's summer to me. If I hear and I'm like jumping into pools and going for burgers at the local bar. And there was this one day my mother was really socially minded and just let her children walk off. And no, in fact, Elisa McCanns knew where she was when she got taken. My mother just sent us out with a couple of mosquitoes. They're in a mile radius. They're only little. They can't walk that far. What do you mean they were found 7 miles away? They must have taken a lift. Let me see what my brother's got to chip in on this. Mum telling the cleaner her car wasn't locked. Yeah, so we forgot to lock the car. And my mother is trying to speak Portuguese. My mother can't speak Portuguese. So she's telling Victoria, the cleaner, what my mother's done is she's speaking slower, smaller words, and louder.
In the airport.
In the airport. So it's no lock auto. Victoria, no lock auto. I remember it to this day. At that point, Dick first husband, had already left his jacket in the fucking taxi. We chased him around Lisbon, sorry. When Mum and I I have to put this up. Roger, don't forget I got lots of secrets on you. Good boy. You told Steve and myself that your guilty pleasure was smoking your bong pipe whilst midgets pole danced to Bon Iver hits. Do you know why that's a lie? Nobody can pole dance to Bon Iver.
I thought it was Bon Iver.
Oh, don't start. We've asked the guys, we've asked Justin from Bon Iver and Bon Iver which one it is, and he was like, either. It's right. You've interrupted the one question, Roger. So it's meant to be Bon Hiver, which was a quote from Northern Exposure TV series, which means good winter.
Right.
But he thinks that Bon Hiver sounded too much like Bon Liver.
Right.
Or Lever. So he dropped the H. So it's Bon Iver. But nobody knows if it's Bon Iver or Bon Iver. The reason why we say it's Bon Iver because it makes us sound like a tractor driver. All right, boys, Bon Iver. So the favourite childhood holiday. So Mum sent me and my brother and I off with some money just to make us more kidnappable. And we walked down, and we'd been walking around, having a lovely walk around, see what things happened. Came back, and my mother had negated to put any sunscreen on us, or if she had, it wasn't adequate. So we went out normal and came back the same color of a fire hydrant. And I can see proportionally to how sunburnt we were to how scared my mother's face was when we walked back. Hiya, Mum! And she's like, ah! Driving round looking for pharmacies that sold the right stuff,
dear.
because Noel and I couldn't see each other, and she wouldn't let us look in the mirror either. So Mum's looking at the skin, waiting for the the blisters and the peeling and the pain to start. It was like having human time bombs. Yes, so that was my favourite holiday. Had a brilliant time. Yeah, I think that was J7. So I mean 6-7? J1, sorry. I remember. Right, which means we've moved on to the plug section. This is where I plug my work or the work of my friends. So Ignacio Lopez does a pub quiz on his Facebook page at 8 p.m. on a Saturday. Totally recommend it. Joke Pit Comedy does Fours a Crowd, and that is Thursday, 9 p.m. 2 more shows that you can catch up on, and it's going to be brilliant. Sheep and Mash are coming back for the final, and they are just adorable. And then on the 30th of August, I've put the link up on my page. There are free tickets available. It will be £5 closer towards the date. So register yourself for a free ticket. I know that Andy's already got his. Kareen's already got his. Noel hasn't because he's lazy. I have been nominated. Not I've been nominated. I nominated myself. For fuck's sake. What is it? 2012? It's 2020. I have put myself forward and been accepted into the first heat of the Online Comedian of the Year. And you've got to be, it's a new act, less than 3 years online. Also, on the 23rd of July, it's Joke in the Rough As charity gig. Shani Thomas is coming up, and Drew Taylor is going to be on the Sunday. We've got the Weekly Bazaar podcast that comes out every Friday. And please put me forward for the Funny Women Awards.com/awards best web series. Don't be shy, boys. Come on. Thank you, Roger, for nominating me. So just want to say big thank you to Sunette Stevens for coming on the kitchen sink this week, because although
she was very good,
she was hilarious. And although it's 4 p.m. in our time, yes, I can sort that out for you. I'll send you the link. It's a really quick form to register for the free tickets, and it's an even shorter form to register me for Best Online Comedy Award. Sunette Stevens, she's in Tokyo at the moment. So 3:30 or 4 p.m. she started our interview. It was actually midnight for her. And in Japan, the walls are made of paper. So every time she laughed, her neighbours could hear. And she still did it, because that's what a funny woman does.
But her husband did close the store.
Yeah, her husband came in and told her off. Strong, independent, TED Talk woman. Sorry, I've got to whisper. My husband's just told me off. I just want to say thank you, guys. This is week 13. This is ridiculous. Week 13.
It's not ridiculous. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic because I put work into this every week. So, yes. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting. If you keep enjoying it, I will keep doing it. And don't forget to support your local pub. I want to say thank you to the Globe for the potential sponsorship deal that we've got going on. Thank you to the club in Rackenford for the potential sponsorship club. Any pubs that want to sponsor me, you know, I've been sponsoring you for years. Oh, first gin of the day. It's like velvet. Right, I want to say thank you to the ladies from the WSI Plus. When I say ladies, I mean Trish Sullivan and Brooke Barsal for supporting me this week, because I had a lot of hectic stress and they helped me talk through something. So they are a million needed of love and hugs. And it's really important to have people in your corner, and they answer the call when you send up the coven like. And it's coming up next. So it is the stand-up round. So quickly, thank you. Don't be shy. Throw us some money. And it's time for the stand-up section. And I love the fact that some people have stopped watching now. And this is the best bit, because this is part of the jokes I'm trying out for the Online Comedy Award. So if any of my competitors are watching, they'll see what I'm about to do. So this is where we do this. I pick this up. And I put this down. And I do this. And I take the mic, and I ask my mother to make sure the light is in the right place. Perfect. Right. Okay. So these are a couple of quick jokes I've written, and I just want to ask you, do you know what the difference is between a comedian and a comedian? So it's actually attitude. And I'm trying to be more male in my attitude. So it's noticeable enough that you'll see that I'm more proud and more determined in life, but it's not so noticeable that you'll feel it pushing into the back of you on public transport. I had an email sent through and I knew that it was a scam. It said to me that my Netflix account details have been hacked and I need to log in. And I know it's a scam because I've never paid for my own Netflix. For all of you that ever thought that people that got off with each other and had sex in the bathroom of a club were whorish or sluts or easy, well, guess what? 2020, that's now the place with warm water, soap and hand sanitizer. They're not whores, they're queens. I've also decided as a feminist, I vow never to hit something like a man because I don't hit something weaker than me. But I want women to know that if you do piss me off, I'll knock the fucking tampon out of you. I can be quite competitive. So just the other day, I took part in a 5-day sobriety challenge and I knocked the crap out of that. I did it in 3 days because I'm a winner. I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Hidden Figures with the amazing mathematician Katherine Johnson, and she recently passed away, but her greatest achievement would be that she wouldn't die until it was 103, because a woman like that will not die unless it's a prime number. The one thing I have missed about going to the pub is a good cocktail, and by that I mean that's the lies that men tell you to try and get you into bed. Some people either know this about me. I went to private school, but I don't talk about it. I'll let that one sink in. At 39, it's very difficult to get me into bed, which, if you judge the last few months, is a laugh because I've not actually got out of pajamas. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the ASMR channels. So it's where people talk softly and they bite gherkins or they make nail noises or brushing hair, and you can get like millions of views and you can make money out of it. So I've decided to do a Southwest ASMR channel, but it needs work because it keeps coming out like porn. Tell me, does this sound like porn or is this relaxing? Is that your tractor? Is that a John Deere or a Massey Ferguson? You look just like my brother. That's not a bad thing. How many dairy cows have you got? Bite my pasty. If I don't make million off the ASMR, I've got an idea though for Dragon's Den, or from our American viewers, Shark Tank. It's a scented panty liner for those ladies that are suffering from Zoom crotch. And it smells of boredom and distraction, but it will go off after 4 hours. I want to thank everybody that has taken part in this week's episode of The Lucy Show. It's been amazing. I have another person that has to come in shot. You know the rules. She is my guiding light. She is my inspiration. She's my mum. And I just want to say thank you very much, everybody. Yet again, another cracking week, and I've finished it on the fucking hour. Oh, I'm getting good at this.
That is good.
So please, you've got a few more minutes to write this down. There we go. Don't be shy. Give us £3. That's all it is. If you give us £3, I get £2.70. I'm not going to lie. But
How much is a pint?
£4.
Oh, you need 2 coffees at least.
But yes, thank you very much, guys. It's been a wonderful show. I've enjoyed having all of you join me. It's my fucking show, Noel. Said, well done, Mum.
Love you, darling. Love you too.
Thank you.
Love you, Lind.
Bye, Auntie Lind. Ba-na-na-na. Nominate me for Best Web Series. funnywomenawards.com/awards. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-nam. Ba-nam. Thank you very much, guys. And I will see you again at 9 p.m. Tuesday. Set your clock. Set a reminder.
Tuesday?
What did I say?
Oh, it is Tuesday. Sorry.
For fuck's sake.
Forgot what day it was.
The whole joke is that I can tell them all I'll see them next Tuesday.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Love it.
Oh, bye, everybody. Absolutely a lovely time with all of you.
And I thought today was Thursday.
Oh, don't. I posted it as well. Oh, good night, Biff Mitchell.
Good night, everybody. We love you.
Banner. Banner.